श्रीवर्चस्वमायुष्यम् आरोग्यं माविलाक्षं मानं महीयते धनं धान्यं पशुं बहु कीर्तिलाभं बहु धनलाभं शतसंवत्सरं दीर्घमायुः.
Honestly, I felt inspired and motivated after reading The Journey of Perseverance. This is certainly a book worth reading. Congratulations, Priya. You did an amazing job.
Hi, I'm Lavanya. The book, Journey of Perseverance, is highly motivating and inspiring. It gave me a clear picture about what success looks like. Congratulations, Priya ma'am, and thank you for a great book.
Hello everyone, good morning. We are here again at the Global Empowerment Summit and I'm super happy to have you all here from the audience. Hi Marissa, very good morning to you and thank you for watching, and also for the others, please type it in the comments, where are you tuning in from. We are really excited to have you here and we will give you a lot of advices with the help of KJ Wong about sales and a little bit about how and why is it worth it to get a sales coach if you are selling your services and your products. Hi KJ, just to warm up, how are you today? How is everything in Australia?
Well, hello Andrea, thank you for the platform to share my ideas. Yeah, we are very excited in Australia, especially in Melbourne and Sydney, partly because our lockdown is over. Can you believe it? After being the longest lockdown in the world, I almost did not make it, but we are able to get out. This is our first week of freedom, and yeah, it is fantastic. Fantastic! It's great. I love it.
I just love to see your smiling face every single time when we meet. I really loving it. It's just so good to have energetic people around us, and you know, this whole summit was created for the people to energize them, to empower them. And as I see it in the YouTube channel, they are really watching the videos. Although I would urge you to be more active on the chats, because we really would love to have you seen here in the chat live, so that we can give you some advices, personalized advice from your questions. But today we have a very exciting day coming up. We have workshops and we have a panel discussion. We have a lot of interviews, and we start with KJ about sales. What's the whole fuss about sales? Why is it so important, KJ?
Well, I'm biased. Without sales, nothing moves around the world. It is what keeps the lights on. It is what keeps the food put the food on the table. And at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, whether you are front end selling or whether you're just working in a kind of like a back end, you may not like it, but everyone sells to each other. You're persuading your boss for promotion. You're persuading your colleagues to listen to you. All those action every day is part of selling. It is actually selling. You're persuading someone to follow you. So yeah, that is why it is so important to really take the time to nail down how to persuade anyone in terms of like what you want, so that you get what you want in life. It's not. I just want to throw caution. I mean, every time that people hear the word sell, it always has to be a monetary transaction. That is where the actual mistake is. Like, it's persuasion. The act of selling is persuasion. It is the exchange of one thing for another thing that is mutually beneficial to different parties. And there's a value behind that. Okay. So that is the definition of that. And that is the reason why we need to learn how to sell.
And that's perfect topic. We were starting with this in the morning, right? Warming up, and I was like, well, I love that they're viewing my videos. One of the videos had almost 200 views, and even YouTube was commercializing it. And I was like, well, that's great. But then I was saying, like, okay, so we need some coaches to activate the people to join in the comments and to take these benefits. I see the workshops are going so well. Whoever is showing up, it's really an insightful session, and they take away a lot of things throughout. But this is the thing where sales coach comes in, right? So how you can still persuade the people to join in and to be actively part of an event like this, but also how you can make it available, accessible for people so that they can just taste it, and then after you can like introduce the people, and then they can invest later. So kind of like, what's your thought about this? What's your thought process around why is it important to change the mindset, and why is it important to have a sales coach if you are doing events like this, or if you are having something to sell?
It is. There are always steps, and you need to establish a foundation so that when you're doing anything, especially when you're selling, and there is a need for understanding of the theories, and also from there you need to practice it and implement that. The reason why there are two ways of learning, right? The reason why you would go without a coach or with a coach, depending on your lifestyle and where you want to lead. Now, for me, in my sales career, we were trained. We actually go externally. Our company pays to a sales training company to train us at our third month in when we were salespeople. And the reason why my boss and the company kind of like gave the sales training in the third month is because when we were fresh, like they want us to be exposed to some of the challenges in sales, right? And we start to accumulate all those questions in our head going, oh my God, this is so hard. I have no idea why this is the case, right? And so in the third month, when we learn, we start to kind of like have our questions being answered by the coach, by the trainer, because we will be asking, when this happens, or when the customer say this, this is what happens. And when I say that is what happens. And I'm not sure why certain things happen. And the coach, if they're very experienced, that's where they use their own kind of history to go, well, when that happened, you should think about this. And when that happened, you should think about that. That is like a sales coach. I mean, the word is coaching, but it's a lot of mentorship more than anything else. So you, over time, when you get trained, what will happen is like what you be trained on initially is the foundation of the selling, the foundation of it. And the one thing that we all need to understand is like what you believe in selling right now by watching Hollywood movies is so far from the truth. Okay, it does not happen. 99% of the time in the real world are done completely differently, and that is why people kind of like a bit weary about learning from a sales coach, because they thought that the sales coach is going to turn them into drones, like those people who manipulate and people who lie, people who kind of like bend the truth. All my sales reps, all the people I've trained, what I'm trying to do is to actually make sure they are super honest. Seriously, like the salespeople that get trained are the most honest people, because there's a level of integrity, and you are actually selling to your client. And so they are very weary about doing the right thing, a lot more than someone who's not trained. And so that is why having someone to guide you is a very good idea. It is a worthwhile investment. At the end of the day, like all the things that I'm teaching, for example, the aligned system, which we showed in the workshop, it is the foundation for literally most of the sales training modules out there in the world. At the end of the day, if you do that and you listen to your client and you work out the right way to ask questions, to engage with your client, you have a bigger chance or higher probability of actually winning a sale at the end of the day. So that is why it's so important to either you can spend all your time learning, but it could take a long time, or you actually go for with a coach that gives you the foundation straight away, and it will be so much faster for you to actually learn from there, and have your own style. Because for me, everyone sells differently, but if your foundation is solid, it doesn't matter how you sell at the end of the day. If you follow the foundation and the style is slightly different, you are still very successful at selling.
So many questions. I just have to write down everything. You are mentioning so many things that I have so many things in my mind. So the first question is around bending the truth, right? Because people today, many people, they are doing a lot of sales on these fake Lamborghinis, have this very rich life. You can get rich in 1 month. You just need 3 days and you will be the richest guy in the earth. And then people are jumping into this. And at the end, KJ, what I don't understand is that people getting conditions to the bent truth. So they will react more positively to the bended reality than if you put out an honest conversation, or if you put out some advertisement which is kind of like see-through. So it's a really hard job as a sales guy or a salesperson to find out how to attract the people without bending the truth and without standing behind this fake Lamborghini kind of scams. What is your thought on this?
You don't need to bend the truth. None of my things are bend the truth. In my whole career, of more than 15 years of selling, I have never once had to bend the truth, right? You're giving them information that you got, all right? And look, like some equipment, I sell equipment, sometimes they don't work as well as they should be. But the thing is, you're creating an expectation as well. Mm-hmm. You tell the customer, these are the features, these are the limitations, these are the strengths, and this is what you can do and you can't do. You have to be really upfront to your client from the very beginning, especially the B2B environment where it's a very long-term business in terms of having the more C-level. At the C-level in our industry for a long time, honesty is number one, and everything else will take care of itself. And so that's why bending the truth is so incorrect. I don't know why people do it. And the other thing that another way of saying bend the truth is fake it till you make it. Oh my God, seriously, don't do that. Be honest. I remember when I was a forensic sales rep for the first time, moving from life science to forensic, I sponsored a conference for about over 100 forensic scientists. And I say, hi, everyone, I have zero experience in this area. What I'll be looking for the next 3 years is guidance from you, because firstly, I want to understand, you guys will be teaching me about my own equipment so that then I can be the best person positioned to then offer the right equipment for you guys by learning from you guys. Seriously, that speech, I had so many people come up to me and go, call me anytime, KJ, and they're all executives, forensic scientists. Because of my such an honest person, they are a lot more forgiving as well. I would say, I'm not sure, let me check that out. And they're very forgiving. And honesty just helps. I mean, these are all government agencies, and so they are so helpful. And I've learned so much over the last, I would say, 4 years of my forensic career as a salesperson. And it's because of my honesty. It is as simple as that. I don't know why people need to bend anything. I don't get it.
I believe it's just the push from the media that they see this and they believe that it's working. They believe that all these guys, they really earn $10,000 per customer, and they really believe that it's working. So then they are pushing themselves to change because honestly, it's also, on my side, it's also personality. So it doesn't really align. It's not aligned with my values. So I would never click on that advertisement, right? So it's basically, if you have strong values, you will never fall in a scam like this. But if you are still deciding, if you're not strong enough, well, you can be very well scammed through these advertisements, and you can pay a lot of money for a coach who is really not nowhere there, right?
Yes. I just, how do we find out whether a coach is good or not? I'm talking about sales, right? I'm a sales coach. And then you got pick any coach, like life coach, business coach. There are so many now, it's ridiculous. But anyway, how do we find out? How do we know? Nowadays, whenever I actually hire any coach or wanting any, buying any services, LinkedIn, seriously, guys. I mean, LinkedIn is my go-to. And like, if someone say, oh, like, hi KJ, they email me, hi KJ, we are SEO company, we do all this and great at marketing and stuff like that, help you. You know what is the next thing I do? I actually go and check out that company on LinkedIn, see who's in it. If their marketing and their post is crap, and normally they get like 1 or 2 engagement on every post, and they're supposed to be great at marketing and social media. Well, that speaks a lot, doesn't it? That really kind of go, wow, you are struggling with your own marketing, but yet you want to teach me how to do social marketing. It just makes no sense. And that's why people are a lot smarter now. And for your audience today, seriously, if you're not on LinkedIn now, please do. That's the first one. Second point, if you're already on LinkedIn and you want to know whether you should be using this coach or not, because of a need that you have, well, you know what? Check out their posts, because coaches who use LinkedIn, they post all their ideas. And if they post, just look at what they post, not just posting. The cats and the dogs and the swing and the sunrise, that's not really something that you should be kind of like, looking at. You should be looking at how deep is their knowledge in different areas. You need to see that. And they show that good coaches on LinkedIn will always talk about many different areas of a certain topic. Like, for example, for me, I post every day. And so if you're not sure, spend about a month looking at all their posts, or at least look at all the posts, for the last month, what they have done, and really study where they're at in terms of the depth. And then the third thing you do is, if you really want to know, why don't you just direct message the coach, and then Zoom meet with that person and just have a chat. And that is a great way for you to go, well, is this person the right person for me or not? So these are the 3 layers that I would use myself personally when I am looking for services. And seriously, there are 707 million LinkedIn users, right? But only a small percentage actually take advantage of it. And so the noise, you think the noise is a lot right now on LinkedIn? It's actually not a lot at all.
Thank you, KJ. You are so honest. I just love your perspective. And if you would like to connect with KJ, please search for him. Here is his name, KJ Wong. You will find him on LinkedIn, and you can just do what he proposed. Follow him for a while, and you will see advices every single day, the videos that he's posting about sales and how to sell. It's really useful. I'm watching it all the time. That's how I found KJ Wong.
You.
Because I'm following him, and I only bring to you honest experts who are really putting their heart out there to help people. So please do so and search for KJ. We have one thing left, because I see a comment from Marissa here before we move into the workshop room with Priya about futuristic approach of marketing. So Marissa is saying, yes, I have an agent who got scolded by a coach for not signing up after the discovery call. She was told that she doesn't have her priorities right, and that she's a failure, and she went into depression.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Look, like, this is the funniest bit. Like, I have similar stories about that. There was a sales coach who tried to sell me sales training to me. And he knows I'm a sales coach. And so he went pretty, aggressive on that. And throughout the chat and messaging, like, of course, I'll say no to that. However, he got so frustrated with me that he actually started criticizing my website, the name of my company, and he went all out on me. And this behavior, right? This sort of behavior are not salespeople. They are just aggressive people. Right. And the ironic thing about it is, right, he's a sales coach and has a sales training company, and that is how he behaves when someone says no. Can you just imagine what you'll be learning from this person? Zero. because at the end of the day, you have to be respectful of people, because that's what human do, a real human do. And secondly, like, it is okay that people say no. If you react really badly, to me, it simply means that you are quite an inexperienced salesperson at the end of the day, because you couldn't control your emotion, right? And so in the case for your for earlier comment, if someone react like that, that is that is literally the evidence to say, don't go with that person. Seriously. I'm not sure what service they're providing. It could be life coaching and stuff like. Can you imagine someone is teaching about balance and Zen, but react really badly when you say no to them? That doesn't sound very Zen at all, does it? So that's why you investigate on LinkedIn. You know, when someone say they are this person, but yet they react in a completely different person, we need to be smart enough as customers and consumers to kind of like judge, to go, that doesn't sound right, and I'm gonna stay away from that person. And you're gonna have to rely on your gut feel on this at the end of the day before you choose the right coach for yourself. For me, everyone sells differently. I coach people, I give them a framework, and when I actually go through post-training, subsequent session after that, I try to take advantage of the strength of their characters and help them sell their way. You don't want to change a person the way they talk, because it becomes really unnatural, and a salesperson who reads a script sounds like a robot. And I hate that, even for myself, and I will never do it. You know, a script is just a guidance of give you some level of practice, but from that day onwards, you're gonna have to remove it and be a lot more natural that to yourself. And the language that you has to come from you, not from me. I use a different sort of language and compose different sentences. Everyone is different, and so I enhance their strength and let them become themselves. And that's how you empower all your sales rep or people, or your or the people that you train, your customers. This is what real coaching is, not to change who they are. That's crazy. You know, you don't want to do that.
I love it. I love it, KJ. There's so much wisdom here. So please, if you would like to hear more about KJ Wong, then here is his name under the screen that you see, and please search for him on LinkedIn, follow him, and please take an advice from a trusted source, already warmed up and vetted by me. So you can be sure that he is the right person. So please go there to LinkedIn and figure it out for yourself, and choose someone who is really aligning with you and vibrating, and you are on the same wavelength, because that's most of the time helping to have a beautiful future relationship with your coach. Thank you very much, KJ. Again, it was a pleasure to have you at this short interview, and thank you, Marissa, for the questions and sharing us your insight. And also thank you for everyone watching this on live or on replay. Make sure you are following KJ, and see you at the other sessions. Now we are heading through the workshop room, so please make sure that you are there with Priya about the futuristic approach of marketing. And have an awesome day, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Bye, KJ. Have a beautiful day.
Bye-bye.